Alright guys, welcome back. We are in episode 4 of our New York Yankees franchise. 9 games into the season, we're sitting 3-6. I kind of talked about it towards the end of the last video. Um, we got a home stretch here against Seattle, Oakland, and Tampa Bay, so we're just going to jump right into it. We got Severino taking on Miranda, a good young prospect for the Mariners, who I did have a franchise with, as you can go see on my channel. But anyway, nevertheless, they're 8-1 through the first 9 games, so off to a really hot start. We're gonna try and kind of cool them off here. Got Severino on the mound, pretty good stats in 7 innings only. Tanaka and then Pineda. So hopefully we got some good games ahead of us. As you can see, Seattle's pitching staff has been kind of off the charts here in the first 9 games. Walker with the 0 ERA through 17 innings, and then Hernandez with a 2 ERA through 9 innings. So, anyway, let's get into this series here, taking on the Seattle Mariners, who are 8-1, 3-6 Yankees at home. All right, guys, welcome back. We're in the game. We have Luis Severino in 1 start, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts, taking on the Seattle Mariners today. So, if we can kind of continue his already pretty decent start. Top of 1, 2-2 count to Robinson. Cano drives one into the right center gap, bangs it off the wall for a double. Kind of messed up the angle there with Ellsbury. Cano hustles in second base for a double. One of their like 6 or 7 doubles. Next batter, full count, 2 outs to Nelson Cruz. Cano still on second, rolling away fastball, and Cruz drives it out to right field, bangs it off the wall as well for a double of his own to bring in Cano from second base to give the Mariners a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. So they jumped on us quick here. Ariel Miranda, one of the better pitching prospects for the Mariners, takes the mound for the Mariners. Hopefully he has a good season for them. Always want to see people succeed. Top of 2 here, runners on first and second. 0-2 count to Seth Smith with 2 outs. Hits a ground ball up the middle. Good strong throw from Ellsbury, just kind of bounced it right in front of Sanchez, and Sanchez kind of just botched it there, so they get another run across. Top 3, 0-2 count to Cruz, and Severino actually gets hurt there, and I'll talk about it later towards the end of the episode. After the game, they'll bring in Adam Warren, and actually he comes in and gives up a double to Cruz, and then get a sac fly to right field. And then I think that was Franklin Gutierrez hits a ground ball to get him in. But Warren, I was going to talk about Warren. He actually did really well for us. He pitched, I think, 4 innings, coming out of the bullpen with he didn't have full energy. And that's where you see right there, he kind of really got tired, gave up a home run to Seth Smith. And I think that's when I yanked him right after that. But he did a pretty good job for us. Now 4-0. Bats finally come alive in the top of the 6th here with bases loaded for Starlin Castro. Gets 2 runs in, and it always does this sometimes. I don't know if my buttons get stuck, but it was a 2 RBI double, and Ellsbury should have stopped at third. And that was Starlin Castro's 1,000th career hit right there. Later in the bottom of the 6th, still 4-2, 2 outs, 0-1 count to Gary Sanchez. Runners on the corners. He hits a bomb out to center field. He'll actually bang it off the wall. They'll bring in 2 runs to tie up the ball game in the bottom of the 6th, 4-4. Sanchez hustles and slides into third for a triple, his first career triple, with 2 RBIs right there. Now 5 RBIs on the year. Top of 7, Tommy Lane on the mound, lefty on lefty to Kyle Seager. I brought him in to face Kyle Seager, and he gives up a bomb to Kyle Seager. 2-run bomb, actually. So now it's 6-4. That was, I don't know, I know Seager's coming up on his 100th career home run, but I don't think that was it. Anyway, runners on first and second. Tyler Clippard like an inning later. Another ground ball up the middle. Ellsbury with a good throw. And Sanchez looked like he just flat out missed it there. But anyway, it makes it 7-4 in the 8th. In the 9th, I bring in Medina just for a kind of mop-up role. After a double, he gives up another double, which to bring in another run to make it 8-4. And that would be the closing. That's really all they needed. In the bottom of the 9th here is the last out of the game with Chase Headley grounded out to shortstop to end the game right there. So there you see the box score. Adam Warren, 4 innings pitched, took the loss. Sanchez with a good day, and Ariel Miranda with another good day for the Mariners. All right, guys, what is up? Welcome back. I kind of simmed ahead here right after that game. We went 4-5. got swept by Seattle, took 2 out of 3 from Oakland and Tampa Bay. So went 4-5 on that little week and a half homestand there. We finish out the month with Texas and then Boston. 5 games left in the month, and then we turn around and play Baltimore before we open up a week and a half homestand there against Boston, Kansas City, and the White Sox. So yeah, I mean, the big news from that last game that you guys saw, though, was Luis Severino going on the shelf, strained pectoral. 1 to 2 weeks, as you see right there. There's another minor league guy that's on the shelf right now. But yeah, that was kind of big news. Because of that, I had to bring up Brian Mitchell. As you see, 0-1. He made 1 start, 4 innings, 1 K, 11.25 ERA with a 2 WHIP. So hopefully he can kind of turn around. But I had to bring up Daniel Caminera as a AAA from AA. And then Domingo Acevedo, one of our top 10 prospects, to AA from A. So that's really kind of the injury update. Another injury too was Gleyber Torres, our number 2 prospect that we got from the Cubs in the Chapman trade. Torn calf, out for 2 months. He was off to a pretty decent start down in AA, 286 with 3 RBIs. Probably the shortstop of the future. So that's kind of, hopefully we'll get back and kind of pick up where he left off. But yeah, as you can see, 7-11 right now, 4-5 homestand. And we're going to open up here in Texas. And then Boston, CC Sabathia is taking on Yu Darvish and the Rangers. Yu Darvish just kind of struggling right now. CC Sabathia has been pretty well for us, or done pretty well for us. He has a sub-3 ERA, and I think 3 starts, 22 innings pitched, so we can't get too excited just yet. But still pretty exciting because he's just kind of an old guy, so hopefully he can kind of go out with a bang. And then in the standings, we're sitting 4th, right above the Orioles. Rays are at the top of the division, and then Toronto and Boston. So that's really it, guys, for this episode. Like I said, 7-11, 4th in the AL East, opening up a road stand, or a road trip, I should say. I was going to mix up in Texas, and then in Boston, and then Baltimore at the end of April and the beginning of May. So hopefully we can kind of get it turned around and really get going here, get the bats warmed up, get the pitchers going, the bullpen going, everyone going, to have a strong year. So, but you can only see, it's baseball. You never know. So that's it for this episode, guys. I'll see you guys next episode 5, starting right now.